Hey guys, Young Gun, we're doing a review video today. For those of you guys who don't know, this is actually my first firearm I ever obtained. I'm going to do a review on it. This is the Springfield XD9, obviously chambered in 9mm. This is actually the silver, or the steel slide version of it. So typically they come in jet black, but this one has the two-tone slide. It's quite nice. It's an extra $50, but definitely worth it. So yeah, XD9 review here. So safety first before I get into it. Empty magazine. There's actually a dummy round in here, and just so that you guys know, empty chamber, dummy round inside, and bang. Obviously, it's a dummy round, so we are safe and ready to go. So, XD9. Why do you want to get an XD9? Well, to begin with, let's start with the dimensions and a little bit about the history of this gun. So, the history of this gun is it was made in Croatia. It originated in Croatia as a service pistol to the military, like many other famous sidearms origins stories go. And Springfield took notice. It was an incredibly cheap gun to manufacture in Croatia. Once Springfield bought it, obviously the price went up, and it was sold here in the States. An incredibly popular pistol lineup for Springfield, and obviously has launched a number of other XD offsprings stemming from the XD9 and the XD40. It's a phenomenal gun. If there's one thing you can take from this entire video, is two things from the XD9. Number one, it is incredibly accurate. And number two, overall, it is a great gun, very comparable to Glock and Sig Sauer, their main lineup, or even the M&P main lineup. This is very comparable to the Glock in many respects. It's reliable. It's relatively easy to maintain. Has a polymer design with a steel frame, with a steel slide, the steel upper. It's a phenomenal gun, and I am really glad that I had it as my first time gun. It's buttery smooth in the hand. I mean, it points really, really well. For those of you guys can't see, I mean, it's just a natural pointer. It kind of has that 1911 grip angle to it, and then for those of you guys who like the 1911, it actually has a grip safety, which is phenomenal for many reasons. First of all, if you like the 1911, you're going to like this grip safety. Like the Glock, it doesn't have any side lever safety. It has a trigger guard, but in addition to that layer of protection, it also has this grip safety, which is just phenomenal for many reasons. Besides the fact that it's a very easy to surpass safety, in the sense that you grip the gun and it's ready to go essentially the moment you pull the trigger. There's nothing really you have to do. But in addition to that, if you're, for example, concealed carrying a handgun like this, I mean, it is just phenomenal. Phenomenal, because you don't have to worry about it accidentally discharging in your pocket or in your side holster, appendix carry, whatever it be. This gun is not going to go off unless you actually have your hand on the gun. That's the only way it's going to go off, generally speaking. This is the 4-inch model. You can get this in 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch. I have the 3-inch model, which perhaps I'll do a review later on, but this is essentially very comparable to the Glock 19, for example. It's a compact size gun, so not quite full size, but definitely minimizes the recoil by a lot on this gun. It can be a little snappy, however, it just has a great feel to it. The accuracy on this gun is just, it is phenomenal. I can shoot with distances on this gun that I wouldn't with other types of very comparable guns. It's phenomenal. I don't know why that is. Probably has something to do with the trigger, and I don't know if you guys can see those sights, but these are stock sights, and they are phenomenal. And like I said many times, this gun just it points very well. It points very well. I love it. So what else can I say about it? The trigger is pretty good. I like the trigger a lot. For many of you guys out there, I'm guessing, a Glock is definitely up your alley if you're either a first time buyer or you're looking to buy a polymer based, one of the more modern polymer handguns, service handguns. A Glock is very good for anybody that wants to get introduced to that style of handgun for many reasons, right? You can buy aftermarket parts for virtually dirt cheap. You can get a lot of things that you can't necessarily get with XD or many other guns, just simply due to the prolific nature of Glock handguns around the world and especially the United States. But there are some things that this gun offer that the Glock does not have, and I think the most pronounced feature is the actual grip safety. But in addition to that, the overall gun is just overall, I think, of a better quality. I think Iraq veteran kind of covered that a little bit, but it is true. The general feel of this gun is just it has a better finish. The actual barrel is much nicer inside once you take it apart. Um, I mean, it's just the magazines are metal. If that's something that you like. I mean, so are Glocks from the inside, but I don't know. This gun feels like a better made gun. The sights are of a better quality. The slide is above a better quality as well. And just in general, it does feel like a slightly higher grade quality than the Glock. Now, that's not to say that it's a better gun per se, because the Glock does have obviously that history of reliability. Not to say that this doesn't have is not reliable. It's been phenomenally reliable. It has not malfunctioned even once. And from what I've read and from what I've heard from a lot of other people who have had XDs for a long time, these have virtually the same reliability as the Glock for the most part. I've never heard of actually these jamming. So, yeah, this gun is incredibly reliable, and it's minimal maintenance for the most part as well. So, yeah, it's a phenomenal gun in that sense. And uh, you know, um, so for those people that are deciding between an XD or a Glock, one way or another, I just find that this gun, for some reason, just points better. Maybe that, I mean, that's kind of, uh, for a lot of people, I guess, not very important when they first, start considering of a gun. But when you're actually at the range and you're trying to nail down targets within a certain time frame, or when you're trying to, improve your follow-up shots, this gun, in my opinion, for most people, generally does a better job of that than the Glock for some reason. I think like square inch of surface area, I think this gun is just I don't know. The gun is slightly heavier. It is slightly heavier, volume wise. Okay, it is of a higher density, so there's probably more metal components. If I had to imagine heavier components, but the gun does have a very very good feel to it. It's a very natural pointer, very 1911 esque slash Glock type gun. Has features from both. But ultimately, I think if you're getting into firearms or you want a good polymer-based gun, the XD is a phenomenal gun for that. If you guys have any qualms about it being unreliable, any qualms about it, jamming, not being able to take certain kinds of ammunition, there being any problems with accuracy, whatever it be, anything that may give you trouble along those lines, don't listen to people. They're saying otherwise. This gun is extremely good. It is a very high grade, and you cannot go wrong with this gun. I would trust this gun with my life for the most part. Absolutely, absolutely. If I had this or Glock 19 in my holster, I would not hesitate to, to put either one in them. I mean, it's just a phenomenal firearm. So, leave a question down in the comments if you think I missed anything or have any unanswered questions. I'd be happy to, to respond to them. But otherwise, guys, highly recommend the gun. Definitely a big supporter of the XD lineup now. This is my second XD gun, and chambered in 9mm. I may get even the 45 or the 40 XD guns as well. We shall see. But yeah, this is a phenomenal gun, new or experienced shooter. Definitely a big recommendation from me. At any rate, guys, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And Young Gun signing out. But like that button and subscribe. Take care, guys.